Mama mention me answer. Yeah, mention you can see on it say that make America great again. Trump a signature and I also know. Yeah, Donald Trump. So yeah, I've been a Trump supporter for some time now and normal we bring also. Now America omu leader Eddie Donald Trump I shall say shaky the foundations of the world. Big countries now put crown omu shaky, not small nations. This is a wake up call. Say we are saying everybody should align to whatever they are doing and make sure they develop themselves and depend on themselves. This is a wake up call to Africa, especially Africans, South America, no. Now, yanko the story ne so. Ewaha say US SCZ Russia a tanker bako. What's this about? Recently, you say the United States of America ekwache Venezuela president from the home. Omo chino omo ancho no kwa. Omo adding the wife can. So yes, it was the president and the wife. And now they are in US right now. Just last 2 days, omo the court trial. Oh, the United States court. What New York. And what pleaded say he's not guilty. So yeah, a better outcome. No? But now we are looking at the aftermath. US, ACZ, the president of Venezuela, no chain or capture no didn't buy no. And no may did training. USA now they are going to run the affairs of Venezuela. And now, truly, they are doing the work. Omo as new president, that's the prime minister now, vice president, no that time. Ono no mo dinesi so. Her name is Zelsi Rodriguez. Ono no mo edina so, and she is performing well. Watina say, so he's a great supporter of president of Venezuela, Yacheneko. So why will this woman still be loyal to this president? Because most people na any power can they will just focus on say building ignore whatsoever. But now this woman is still loyal to Maduro, which we are seeing our surprise. After Martinez did this Venezuela assembly, what threatened Donald Trump, I threatened Colombia president also. Mexico. That's how we pronounce it. Pronounce it Mexico. Yeah, Africans, they mostly come Mexico. Mexico so are gonna share. Other nations are gonna share. Now US is also targeting Greenland. I didn't also pay Greenland, or say for security reasons. But we also know that Greenland is rich in a lot of minerals. Or more raw earth minerals in Ibioho. They have crude, all that. Everything is there too. So now US wants to take that place also. But also, you so say US on a military camp or military base or this country. So why do you still want to? Oh, military base why and say you own the country? Because now Trump like I said, Chinese and Russian ships and mostly talking about that island from Greenland is being controlled by Denmark. Though Greenland no they know, but honest Denmark for there. Keir Starmer, the British Prime Minister, I want it, and our catcher Donald Trump say he should not dare go there because Greenland is for Denmark. DNT ama ono dina no abetum ne say Denmark is part of NATO, and NATO no a alliance. So now Obi I say is Donald Trump going to fight against his own people? Because press release from the White House, Washington, US, HSA, they are not going to exclude military force. Say Basse or Mopi Greenlander. So yes, Nina is on the table. They can use military force. The rest of NATO, are they going to sit there for this president, United States President Donald Trump, at the force now? I don't think they will sit there. They will fight back. They will fight back, definitely. But now, how is that alliance going to stand? Because divided, they will fall. And now, these NATO nations are finally room proper to Asama Mesha Seno, Russian vessel, US SEZ. NATO a big threat to the Eastern Bloc, China, Iran, North Korea, Russia. So now, these people are trying to always stand against the Eastern Bloc, that is NATO. So now, they do not Trump saying, wow, allies, so you are trying to seize whatever they have, their island near there. Your enemy or your rival, let me say your rival, Russia. And so, all the side you're not gonna so. So, what at all is America looking for? Are they here to start World War? Because Russia for a tanker here was easy. I don't think Russia is going to sit there like that. Russia initially, Omunya hint, they got to know, say, because US says they are going to divert all vessels to Washington. So they knew. So Russia Sunday, some marines say uncle protect our ships. Nevertheless, the brave American soldiers went there to seize it. It can start World War III. And people on social media are saying, hey, now Russia will be to say, Russia tanker. Now Ukraine by now will fire a lot of missiles there. But US and better. It's not going to be easy for them, Russia, to start war with US. No. So now US sees Russian flagged tanker in Atlantic and second vessel linked to Venezuela. Who is going to rescue that? And there is going to be a diplomatic talk for the release of this vessel. Ebeko saying, and to come on US forces just helicopter assaulted and seized a Russian flagged oil tanker in the Atlantic after a high stakes chase. Sanctions, normally sanctions be out to Venezuela, so blah blah blah, from them, blah blah blah, all that. This has a long history. American companies, they are into crude, any that oil, whatever. They were based in US for some time, and they were sacked by the previous president some time ago. Compensation and there some of them are American companies, so American companies ne boka. Now, I don't know, I'm Trump. Initially, Oshas and also drugs, and all that. Now, the narratives are say oil. And I must see and call for and I say must see. So a whole lot of things are going on at once. Drugs, oil, dictator, so a whole lot of things at once. So, and this Russia and China won't feel because most of these two nations need trading with Venezuela about oil sema. China also our vessels are yata written to Washington, and Chinese leaders are not happy with that. Chinese naba out abekasa, they are not happy with that. They have had a press release or something, and this is what they are saying. China strongly condemned the US for redirecting Venezuelan oil exports to Washington and away from Beijing. And exports are like called Beijing, China, their capital. They are diverted to US capital. That's Washington. After President Trump unveiled a plan to refine and sell up to 50 million barrels for Venezuelan oil stuck in the country under a US blockade. So this a whole brouhaha. As a China is a mighty country. Now, recently, last year, 2025, military parade, a lot of missiles, high capable missiles. They have nuclear weapons, laser weapons, a lot. But US is daring them. Not only daring them, they are trying to say, a US Defense of War, Department of War. Sorry, at first it was Department of Defense, but now Assistant Department of War. That's why I'm issue out. The other issue a warning to US enemies. Say no one should play with the US, else they'll be crushed with precision, precise or crash on lusu on tom found. So now this is it. Dear Konyo, this thing can lead to world war. Make a crown like I'm out for who to say well normal. Ghana normal we see Ghana can be. Anna yes Venezuela president now but Charlie. You can say doing in Ghana. African Union na kasa ka bi. Omo kan na could do say saying. Now, this is from a Russian diplomat. Assembly or say no state has the right to use force against vessels duly registered in the jurisdictions of other states. Russian Ministry of Transport. I'll be briefing you on the Eco Subia. Thanks for watching. This is PB Sencherey Creators Hub.